Little Richard, the wild singer, pianist, songwriter who was one of rock and roll's pioneers, has died at age 87. His death was confirmed by his son, but the cause was not given. Little Richard's catalog of hits is still performed by many bar bands to this day, and the songs were recorded by such acts as the Beatles, Creedence Clearwater Revival, the Kinks and the Everly Brothers, among many others. Starting with Tutti Frutti in 1956, his chart work includes such standards as Long Tall Sally and Rip It Up, Lucille in 1957, and Good Golly Miss Molly in 1958. All were driven by a flamboyant, screaming and intense style that was part church revival, part sexually charged performer. His androgynous look of bouffant hair, excessive makeup, and capes at a time when many acts wore suits also stood out, influencing a generation of future performers. Related story: Roger Horcho dies. Tony Award-winning Broadway producer of Crazy for You, Kiss Me, Kate was 91. Born Richard Wayne Penniman on December 5, 1932, in Macon, Georgia, Little Richard was one of 12 children and was immediately immersed in the church, as several uncles were preachers. His father Bud wasn't supportive of his son's music, accusing him of being gay and creating a miserable home life for the young man. That led to Little Richard leaving home at age 13 and moving in with a friend's family in Macon. After winning a local talent show, Penniman first recorded with RCA in 1951. His initial career went nowhere, but soon gravitated toward the primal beat of rock and roll. While working as a dishwasher to support his extended family, he sent a tape to rhythm and blues label Specialty Records in Chicago. A song on the tape, Tutti Frutti, caught the label's eye. He went on to record the rest of his major hits for them, propelled by Specialty's inroads into the white music world at a time when rock and roll was just emerging. Little Richard became something of an unlikely teen idol. Beyond his radio hits, he was part of early rock and roll movies like Don't Knock the Rock (1956) and The Girl Can't Help It (1957). But that era ended when a dream led Little Richard to abandon his music career and head to an Alabama Bible college, where he became an ordained minister. He returned to music with a 1959 gospel record, God Is Real. That genre proved to be far less commercially successful than his pop music career, so Little Richard, the rock and roll star, returned to that first love in 1964. Although he never again achieved his early level of success, he became a touring attraction, and sustained his career throughout the decades built on that skill. Little Richard struggled with his own persona, alternately claiming a gay identity and denouncing it in various interviews and books. None of the ping-ponging seemed damage his career in the pre-social media age, and as his stature as a music pioneer grew, he became a cultural institution.